A very good morning. A very good morning, one and all present. I am your host for today. So, and with me, my co-host will be, your co-host will be Meenu Khan. So, this session will be chaired by Dr. Rajiv Sharma sir. I invite Meenu Khan to brief intro for the sir, to give a brief intro for the sir. Meenu?
Yes, I'm here. Uh, a very good morning to one and all. My name is Meenu Khan, and I am going to be the co-host for this session. I welcome you all for the third day of our conference, MET 2022. As Neelam has introduced the session chairperson, Dr. Rajiv Sharma sir, I heartily welcome Dr. Rajiv Sharma sir. Dr. Rajiv Sharma sir holds a bachelor degree in chemical engineering from MNIT Jaipur and master's and PhD in chemical engineering from BITS Pilani. Currently, he is working as a faculty of chemical engineering in Amity School of Engineering and Technology, Amity University, Rajasthan, Jaipur. He has academic and administrative experience of more than 15 years. Dr. Sharma is member of Board of Studies of Chemical Engineering of different universities, life member of Indian Institute of Chemical Engineers, member of institutions of engineers, and various other professional bodies. His area of research is reaction engineering, renewable energy, biofuels, and modeling and simulation. He has published research articles in international reputed journals with good impact factors. He is reviewer of various SCI, Scopus Index journals, and he delivered invited talks in national as well as international conferences. I welcome you, sir. And with the permission of Dr. Rajiv sir, I would like to start our presentation, sir. So shall we start?
Thanks, Meenu. You can continue.
Okay. So our first presentee will be the paper number 106, that is Pradeep Damdan. So I invite Pradeep.
Jamadar. Okay. Hello.
Yes, Pradeep,
Hello.
you are audible.
Yeah, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me a chance for presenting this papers on this conference. Thank you, sir. Can I share my PPT, sir?
Yes, you can share and start.
Hello. Please, can we provide the host, co-host for sharing my PPT? Hello.
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 Yes.
You have right, sir. You can share your PPT. A green icon on your screen. Just click on green icon, share screen.
Yeah. Is my screen is visible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Pradeep, it's visible.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you. So, thank you, me, for giving me a chance for presenting this conference on these papers. My paper is overview of fire retardants of jute fiber and its mechanical behavior using boric acids. Myself, Pradeep Jamadar, research scholar from the MIT School of University, School of Engineering and Technology at MIT University in Jaipur. So in that the contents of introduction of that papers is there is means reinforcements usually comes in the forms of particles or fiber. To study the jute fibers as some unique physical properties like high tenacity, bulkiness, sound and heat insulation properties, low thermal conductivity, anti-statics properties. Using that, due to these qualities of jute fiber is more suitable for the manufacturing of composite for the certain specific areas. The properties of the properties of the fire retardants of the jute fiber can be investigated. For using that, some test will be carried out. Using that, some mechanical properties of the natural fiber reinforced composite for significantly reduce the fire retardancy by adding some fire retardance materials. Using that, there are the different types of fire retardance material like boric acids, aluminum polyphosphates, and then beryllium. Then after that, there are some different types. You have to use that boric acid using that fire retardants in this paper. Then optimization of that fire retardance material with various mechanical properties was not carried out. For the very less works is carried out in the with respect to PLA based fiber reinforced composite materials. So using that, we will carry out, there are the three different types of material. We will select it. From that, using that, we epoxy resins have to select. It has a unique characteristics such as low pressure requirements to make product very small, cure shrinkage and low residual traces. After that, we have to use the jute fibers as a using that jute fiber have some unique physical properties like high tenacity, bulkiness, sound and heat insulation properties.
Pradeep, you need to share your screen again. Pradeep, are you there? Pradeep? Pradeep? Am I audible? Meenu?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir. The presentation.
I think there might be some technical issue with Pradeep.
Okay. So
You can
sir,
touch with him and ask if what's
okay,
type
sir,
of
I'll contact him. So should we invite second candidate?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay.
And,
So okay, I invite our second presentation. That is paper number 131, Saurabh Pandey. Sir, please kindly share your screen and.
Saurabh? Saurabh, please share your screen.
Yes, sir. Just a second. So, the presentation is visible to you.
No, sir, it is not visible to us.
Saurabh, your camera is on, but your screen is not visible. Saurabh?
Saurabh, kindly share your screen, please. It is not visible yet.
Saurabh, can you hear us? Saurabh?
Sir, please try to reshare your screen.
I think he's not there because he's not
I
responding.
guess, sir, there is some technical issue with him also.
Okay, you can start with the Nisha. Nisha,
Okay.
are you there? Nisha, you can share your screen and start, please. Nisha, okay. Yes, your screen is visible. You can start, Nisha.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. Nisha Dhiman, working with the Dr. Malika Tripathi. So I'm here to present on topic carbon nanoions from waste for
Nisha, if you can enhance the volume of your, because we are, that volume is not clear, that you are not audible properly.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible, but not properly. Actually, I think there might be some problem with your mic. Okay, you can start, please.
Okay, sir. So for the synthesis of carbon nanoion, we have utilized base frying oil, and we have synthesized carbon nanoions by flame pyrolysis method. And further, these carbon nanoions have been activated by using KOH. So we are claiming here the morphology that is carbon nanoions, which we have confirmed by TEM and HRTM. So A, B, and C are the TEM images of carbon nanoions, where we can clearly see the agglomerated particles and concentric rings of stacked graphene sheet. While in case of activated carbon nanoions, the agglomeration is less, and in HRTM at image, we can see the disordered outer surface and missing planes in carbon nanoions. And further, the material has been characterized by Raman, XRD, and XPS analysis. So in Raman analysis, we have found that activated carbon has a high intensity of G band high intensity of G band, which shows the high degree of graphitization in activated CNOs as compared to carbon nanoions. And from XRD analysis, it was found to be X-ray amorphous. Further, the degree of graphitization and orderedness of the material is confirmed by XPS. As we can see in image C and D, the intense peak of oxygen atom, while it is not in there in case of activated carbon nanoions. We can see clearly in image E. So this is because the functional oxygen species at the surface are decreasing with activation. Further, we have analyzed the textural property of the material, and we have analyzed that the specific surface area of the carbon nanoions has been increased from 168 meters square per gram to 1545 meters square per gram in case of activated carbon nanoions, with increase in pore volume from 0.18 centimeter cube per gram to 0.81 centimeter cube per gram. And we have also found that the pore size is in activated carbon nanoions is centered at the micropore range, as we can see in isotherm graph B, the increase in the micropore volume. Further, the synthesized material has been utilized for the electrochemical application, that is for supercapacitor application. So here we have utilized 1 molar of organic electrolyte, that is TEABF4, tetraethyl ammonium tetrafluoroborate, in acetonitrile. And we have studied the 2 electrode based assembly, where we have found that activated carbon nanoion shows specific capacitance of 71 Faraday per gram at current density of 2 ampere per gram, while it is 30 Faraday per gram in case of carbon nanoions. Also, we have found the high conductivity of carbon nanoion, as we can see in graph D, the impedance data, which shows a very less or negligible semicircle in the high frequency region, and extending long tail is showing the high capacitance. Also, these activated carbon nanoions show high energy density of 18 watt-hour per kg with power density of 132 kilowatt per kg, and This device shows the high retention of cyclic retention of 80%. Thank you. So that's all from my presentation.
Okay, thank you so much, Nisha, for the nice presentation. I invite Rajiv sir for sir any question and comment you would like to give her.
Nisha, you have done extensive work. This is the slide from which I would like to ask the question.
Yes, sir.
What is the flame pyrolysis?
Actually, sir, flame pyrolysis, we are using cotton wick to burn that waste frying oil, and we are collecting this carbon material. Which
What
has,
is pyrolysis?
sir, burning, generally burning at high temperature.
Pyrolysis is burning of at high temperature. And what is burning?
Of,
Is there any difference between burning and pyrolysis? You have seen the wood burning,
yes, sir.
which is used in the villages,
Yes, sir.
and you have seen the pyrolysis which you are doing. Is there any difference? Burning means what? You are providing heat to some substance in presence of air or oxygen, isn't it?
Yes,
So
sir.
it will catch fire.
Yes,
The
sir.
flame would be there.
Yes, sir.
The pyrolysis is the process in which you are providing the heat to some substances in absence of oxygen or air. Means you won't be able to see the fire and flame in this process.
Yes, sir.
That's why I'm asking what is flame pyrolysis. Because pyrolysis is the process which is occurring.
Hello. Sir, you are not audible.
Sir, unmute your, sir, kindly
Okay,
unmute
okay,
yourself.
okay.
This is
Nisha,
not-
you got the point. What is pyrolysis?
Sir, actually, I confused your question. Now I understand what you are asking for.
Okay. You got the point. What is the difference between burning and pyrolysis? Okay. What is the pore volume? What is it signifies?
Actually, sir, it signifies the volume is large and it can accommodate, like if we compare with carbon nanolions, it can accommodate less gas molecule.
Why you have represented pore volume in centimeter cube per gram rather than centimeter cube?
Sir, it means the per gram of this material can store this much of.
Meaning, I quoted your point. I know that is there in terms of volume per gram or volume per mass. But why is it represented in terms of volume per mass? Why not in volume? I think Minu, she left or she is having some problem, technical
Network
issues.
issue, okay, sir.
Okay, so you can ask another candidate to come and present.
Okay, so Saurabh is also present here. So I would like to invite him once again for his presentation.
Saurabh, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Saurabh, are you
Actually, yes, ma'am.
Saurabh, please share your screen and present your work.
Yes, sir. Sir, is it visible? My screen?
Yes, it's visible, Saurabh.
Yes, sir. Very, very good morning. And I'm very much delighted to present my first paper in this Amity University seminar organized in collaboration with MNIT Jaipur and the Institute of Engineering and Technology. Happy to be a part of this 3-day seminar session. I've been through all the 3 days, most of the time listening to eminent people across the industry and from eminent universities, research scholars,
Saurabh, you are not audible. Are you there, Saurabh? Meenu, please coordinate.
Saurabh, sir, your voice is not audible. I think, sir, he has some network issues. So we will next move towards our next presentation. Ritu Singh. Ritu Singh, are you available?
I am available.
Are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Kindly share
Yes,
your- yes, we can hear you. Kindly share your screen and start your presentation.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. My topic is molecularly imprinted polymer based electrochemical sensing platform. It is a review article. First of all, molecularly imprinted polymer. These are the polymeric based sensor prepared via imprinting technology. Imprinting process involves the pre-assembly between functional monomer and the template based on mainly non-covalent interaction, followed by polymerization of monomers around the template molecule. After polymerization, the template molecule is removed from the polymer, leaving a specific recognition site complementary to the shape, size, and functionality of the template molecule, following the lock and key model. These imprinted polymeric matrices are robust molecular recognition receptors that could be able to serve as biomimicking natural recognition entity such as antibody and biological receptor. This can be seen in the figure. These are the template molecule, and these are the complementary. These are the functional group having complementary functionality, which can bind with the template molecule with according to non-covalent interactions like hydrogen bonding, van der Waals interaction, etc. After that, the polymerization is performed, and polymer matrix is formed around the template molecule. Further, the template is removed and cavities are left, which is selective for the imprinted template. Next, molecularly imprinted polymer based electrochemical sensing platforms. These sensors are nowadays most common type of biosensor, relies on signal generation due to electron transfer on the electrode surface as transducer emit. MIP based electrochemical sensors are developed by integration of MIP with the electrochemical transducers such as electrode surfaces. Molecularly imprinted polymer MIP film formation on electrode surface with controlled film thickness is gaining interest due to ease of process and performance. Electropolymerization and electrodeposition on electrode surface has been commonly exploited for some surface imprinting in biosensor formation. MIP-based electrochemical sensors are aimed to provide highly sensitive as well as selective detection of target molecule in the sample of analysis. As can be seen in figure, this is the electrode surface, and monomer and templates are self-assembled, and electropolymerization is performed, and templates get embedded inside the polymer matrix. After that, the templates are removed and cavities are left within the polymeric matrix, which are selective for the particular template. Which can be analyzed by various methods like voltammetry, potentiometry, amperometry, impedance, etc. Next, electrochemical methods for MIP sensing. There are various methods such as voltammetry, amperometry, potentiometry, impedometry, etc. are commonly utilized methods for electrochemical method are a common electrochemical method used for MIP sensor. Among the electrochemical approach, a comparably low number of potentiometric MIP sensors have been presented, while voltammetric methods are widely used. DPV and square wave voltammetry are effective methods for effective electrochemical method. Frequently applied voltammetric method for the detection and determination of electroactive analytes is DPV. Potential window of voltammetric sensor is restricted by anodic oxygen evolution and cathodic hydrogen generation. The measuring potential of electrode is decisive for the selectivity of the sensor. Any electroactive substances with lower redox potential is electrochemically converted, thus contributing to the electrode signal. General setup utilized for the electrochemical MIP sensor consists of 3 electrode setup containing working electrode, counter electrode, as well as reference electrode. This is the common type of 3 electrode chemical system consisting of working electrode, reference, as well as counter electrode. Electrochemical methods offer several advantages over conventional method of MIP fabrication, such as simple, facile, and low-cost method. Electropolymerization is common procedure for MIP formation using cyclic voltammetry method. It allows controlled film thickness and composition, robust, easy in use, facile for on-site application, and demonstrate high sensitivity. And this is an elegant procedure to form an ultra-thin MIP on the surface of electrode surface. The polymer thickness and its porosity can easily be adjusted. The film can be applied directly. Formation of ultra-thin film of MIP improves sensor performance, hence attractive ways of sensor fabrication. Applications. The number of applications involving the uses of MIP as recognition element for the development of electrochemical sensors is increasingly growing as this polymeric material gain popularity due to above discussed advantage derived from their uses. Till days, MIP-based electrochemical sensors have been widely applied in field of environment monitoring, food control, and clinical diagnostics, and has been successfully used for sensitive as well as selective determination of wide range of analytes, including drugs, environmental pollutants, amino acids, proteins, biomarkers, viruses, etc. Conclusion. Electrochemical MIP sensors are extremely powerful and have shown to be capable of analyzing samples in all phases through gases and liquid samples are preferable. Electrochemical methods allow the straightforward synthesis of MIP, including polymer formation and template determination. The characterization of each step of electrochemical MIP is very facile and a highly sensitive readout with simple devices. MIPs are highly effective for suppression of interferences in the electrochemical indication with low molecular weight analytes by acting as safe selective filters. Fully electronic MIP are more common than sensors using spectroscopic methods such as SPR and QCM. These are the references used. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ritu, for your nice presentation. I would like to invite Dr. Rajiv Sharma sir, or if you have any question or comment to give.
Ritu, it's a good presentation. I don't have any question.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
8 minutes for presentation, 2 minutes for time. So conclude and focus on your contribution.
Minu, you can continue.
Okay, sir. Sir, Pradeep Jamadar have rejoined us. So I would like to invite him for his presentation that was paused because of technical issue. So Pradeep sir, kindly share your screen and start your presentation.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, Pradeep, please share your screen and continue with your presentation.
Okay, sir. Sir, my screen is visible?
Yeah.
Okay. So sorry for disturbance. Actually, what happened? I due to that Baha organization function, I am the faculty advisor for that Baha event in Pritampur.
Okay.
I am outside my town. That's why there's some technical or laptop issue. Okay. Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you for.
No issue, Pradeep. You can start from the slides where you have left earlier.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So using that, what happened? Using there are the three types of materials are used for that testing. That's are epoxy resin, jute fibers, and boric acid. Epoxy resins as used as for that low residual traces. For that purpose, epoxy resins are used, and that jute fibers have some special or unique characteristics like high tenacity, bulkiness, sound and heat insulation properties, low thermal conductivity, and anti-statics properties. Due to that, the jute fibers are used, and using that one fire retardant materials are used, that is the boric acid. These are used for because of that the faster rates of faster decrease in the temperature. From that because of that the boric acid catalytic dehydration causes the water to break down as a faster rates. Using that we will carry the specimen for using that three materials, that is epoxy resins from that granular form as a thermoplastic resin, then the jute fibers as a filler materials, and fire retardants materials like a boric acids. After that, we will carry there are the different types of test using the tensile test, impact test, and fire retardants testing. So these are the injection molding machine. Using that injection molding machines, we will performing the samples. There are the four types of samples are used. Using that sample means the making that sample using that injection molding machine. Through that we will make the samples. Using that the step we also making the sample, assemble the mold, and even the spray silicone or silicone mold resin agent. After that pour the epoxy mix into that mold and let it uniform, and add the filler into it. Then add the fibers to the mixtures and mix it completely. After that the place at the top of the top plate on the mold, and it's applied to the 80 bar pressure. After that, next it will allow at a room temperature with 5 hours, and similarly the same test will be made for that epoxy jute fiber with various percentage of that boric acid. We will carry the four different types of concentration of that. The boric acid 0% boric acid will be used for the first sample. 1% boric acid will be used for the second sample. The 2% boric acid will be used the third, and 3% boric sample will be used in a fourth sample. Using that the jute fiber are the same percentage, that is 20%. Only the epoxy resins will be changed, means 80%, 79%, 78%, and 77%. Using that we will preparing the testing of that sample using the made the sample for injection molding machine. After that we will test the sample using that impact testing machine and universal testing machine. Using that impact testing machine and universal testing machine, we will analyze that using the 70%, 78% of epoxy resins and 20% jute fiber, 2% of boric acid. The tensile strength will be increases in that sample, that is 62%. After that 62 Newton per mm square. After the same, that is in IJOD impact test. Using that same, that is a 78% epoxy resins, 20% jute fibers, and 2% of boric acid. Using that impact test in that sample also increases, that is in 14%. So using they are the testing on that four types of sample. After that we will carry the fire retardancy testing on that sample. There are the two types of fire retardancy test, that is horizontal fire burning test and vertical burning test using flame retardancy machine. In that burning test we will carry that result of that fire retardancy testing. Using that means in that there are the 80% of epoxy resin, 20% of jute fiber, and 0% of boric acid. In that case the burning rate is that is 55%. After that we will increases the boric acid. The percentage of increases in the boric acid, the burning rate will be slightly decreasing. Means at the at last sample, the sample number 3 or concentration number 4, in that 77% of boric acid, 20% of jute fibers, and 3% of boric acid in that sample, there is a 50% of that burning rates. Means we have to increasing the percentage of boric acid, we will decrease in the fire retardancy rate. So these are using that test we will simply categorize that. In that we will conclude that from the result we will carry the means we will concentration the four types of concentration level, that is 0, 1, 2, and 3% of that fire retardants, and 20% of the jute fibers with resin base over oven dry fiber weight were used to manufacture experimental panel. using that mechanical test will be carried out. The result will be show that by adding the boric acid with epoxy resin tensile tensile impact test is decreases as the flame retardancy test will be increases. The highest concentrations of that boric acid enhance the fire retardance more than the lower one. So this is my conclusion for this paper. So after that, this is the references for that papers. Thank you, sir, for giving ask me the any questions from your side, sir.
Pradeep, show me the results slide.
Okay, sir.
Yes, this is what
Yes, sir.
the slide. Okay, as you can see, or I can see from your results, as you are increasing the boric acid 1, 2, 3, your fire
Yes, sir.
retardancy will also decrease as
Yes,
far as
sir.
the burning rate concerned.
Yes, sir.
So that means the higher the boric acid, the lower the fire retardancy, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that is what the favorable means, the burning rate is slower.
Sir, in that means, but in that case, sir, you have to increase the means materials in that fire retardancy. After that, we will burn means we will extend the fire or restrict the fires.
Okay.
In that case, yes, sir.
Then why you stopped here only? Why you have not gone for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boric acid? Because as still you are increasing the boric acid, your fire retardancy is changing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, until it's getting steady, you should be carry with the increasing the percentage of your boric acid. भाई आपने क्यों नहीं किया? Why you have not gone for 7 or 8 or 10?
Because, sir, the tensile strength, we will carry the tensile and impact test. The tensile and impact test decreases in that test. So you have to only carrying the sample test. There are the 4 types of samples will be used. So in the previous one,
You are going for the multi-objective optimization?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In that means after that next means in that next year, sir, we will plan for that. Actually, what particular rate the fire retardancy, how much decreases with increasing in the boric acid.
Which composition of your sample would be the best? That you need to specify.
Okay.
Means that you need to specify the composition which is best for fire retardancy as well as the tensile strength and the impact.
Yes,
Okay?
yes, sir.
I
Yes,
think this is what my suggestion. Or you can check, you can take one more sample which is 10 boric acid. Then you should go for, then you see how the things are changing. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You just take in sample of 10 boric acid and go for the analysis. Then you would be able to see what are the results you have. If those results are favorable, then you can think beyond.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So thank you, sir. Thank you for giving us suggestions. Using in that next year, sir, I also the same plan. We will carry the number of samples and performing the test. In that, we will select the best for that.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Pradeep.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving me opportunity once. Thank you.
Meenu, you can continue now.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. So we will carry on with our next presentation. That is paper number 132, Om Prakash. Om Prakash, are you there? Om Prakash?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so kindly share your
I am
screen.
audible, ma'am.
Yes, yes, you are audible. Kindly share your screen and start your presentation.
Okay, okay. Myself, Om Prakash from JCRC University, Jaipur, research scholar in chemistry department. Hello, I am audible, ma'am.
Yes, yes,
Hello?
you are audible. Yes, hello, you are audible. You can continue with your presentation.
Good morning to all of dignitaries present here. Now I would represent my research papers, that is ruthenium nanoparticle intercatalyst montomerite clay composite synthesis and characterization application in nitro group reduction. My main is aim to reduction of nitro compounds into amines with the help of nanoparticles like ruthenium nanoparticles. As shown my abstract, we successfully synthesized ruthenium MMT montelmonite catalyst, where ruthenium metal was interconnected within the interlayer spacing of MMT clay. The same was confirmed by change in vessel spacing on MMT clay. We use the ruthenium MMT clay for synthesis of different amines followed by nitro group reduction. We also achieved the 4-time catalyst recycling without loss, seeing the catalytic activity.
You're not audible, Om Prakash.
Introduction of
Yes. You can start.
research paper, the group in molecules like agrochemicals, including pesticides, coloring materials, along with the development of fine chemicals. Reduction is the simplest method to isolate aromatic amines like aniline on industrial scale by reacting nitro benzene in presence of iron catalyst and hydrochloric acid. Unfortunately, the above protocol suffered from limited substrate scope and neighboring group effect in most nitro group. Over the last 3 decades, many reports has been published to achieve the reduction of aliphatic nitro group to amines by different methods such as hydrogenation of nitro group in presence of a catalytic quantity of following metals, metal like platinum, nickel, etc. in presence of different reducing agent like molecular hydrogen, sodium borohydride, aluminum hydride, hydrogen hydrate, etc. However, most of the reports suffer from high metal loading, neighboring group sensitivity along reaction time and catalyst recycling. Sodium montelmonite clay, a natural occurring 1 phyllosilicate which has a layered structure, offer great application in sports catalysis. High cation ion exchange capacity and good swelling property give wide variety of a catalytic activity from sodium MMT clay to be prepared. MMT is most frequently used for to intercalate different metals, ions, and is further tested as catalyst for various organic transformations like oxidations, coupling, etc. Metal-treated MMT are the well-documented catalyst for selective hydrogenation reaction of different organic compounds. Considering the we have synthesized to ruthenium intercalate MMT clay for reduction of aliphatic aromatic compound with nitro group functionality to forming amines. This is my experimental part of my research paper as shown represent in my word. The reduction of nitro group and catalyst recycling. The vessels are charged with nitro compounds, 1 mole catalyst, TFT solvent, and sodium borohydride reducing agent. After reaction completion, the catalyst was filtered and isolated Product was purified splash chromatography. After washing, recovered catalyst with ether was further used in recycling experiment. The NMR data of compounds were found to good agreement with previous reported literatures. Discussion and result and discussion of my research papers. Ruthenium metal nanoparticles were synthesized by chemical reduction methods in interlaminar space of MMT clay as solid inorganic sport at room temperature. Ruthenium complex and molecular hydrogen were used as an organometallic ruthenium precursors and reducing agent respectively. The loading of ruthenium ions were calculated by calculating of the difference in concentration of ruthenium ion in initial solution, considering the mother liquid of after separation ruthenium MMT clay, followed by inductive coupling plasma atomic emission spectrometry. An X-ray diffraction study was also carried out to calculate intercalation of ruthenium MMT clay. Considering MMT clay, as per XRD data, spacing was increasing from 12.2 angstrom to 14.70 angstrom, representing presence of ruthenium ions within the interlayer space of sodium MMT clay as shown here. We also calculate the size of ruthenium 30 nanometer plus minus 0.5 using Skinner equation. Above reported catalytic system was also exploited for reaction of aliphatic and aromatic nitro compound to corresponding amines. Updating the basic physical property of ruthenium MMT clay, we utilized the same.
Om Prakash ji, please conclude.
We utilize the same synthesis of aliphatic aromatic amines followed by reduction of corresponding nitro group. We successfully achieve a good yield aniline while reacting ruthenium MMT clay with para-nitrobenzene at room temperature for 2 hours as shown my scheme. All the reactions optimized result were summarized as shown my tables. The building block of fluoridium, etc. These chloroaniline was a effortless recovered by reducing para-chloronitrobenzene, which simply achieved the reduction of nitro group or heterocyclic system with a high degree of sensitivity and chemical yield. We have isolated important molecular constituents of primaquine, tafequine, and paraquine molecules. That is 8 aminoquinone from 8 nitroquinone is a good selectivity and yield. The aliphatic amines were isolated in their hydrochloric salts because of their low boiling point. A long chain aliphatic 1 nitroamine ended with a satisfying reduction to the corresponding amines was isolated as. This is my organic nitro compounds converted into.
Please conclude fast.
Into amines, corresponding amines. These are the results, yielding results, changing with the help of MMT clay. Conclusion: we successfully synthesized ruthenium exchange MMT clay using wet impregation cation exchange methods. Same was characterized by X-ray diffraction study. Further, ruthenium MMT clay was a huge catalyst for the synthesis of aliphatic and aromatic amines, followed by corresponding nitro group reduction. We obtained all the results, amines in good yield. Additionally, we obtained 4 times catalyst recycling with good yield of reaction products. Thanks, sir. Hello. Now.
Hello.
Yes.
Om Prakash ji, will you please tell me what do you mean by the recycle catalyst?
Hello.
What is recycle catalyst?
Recycling catalyst, we can use the catalyst in many times. Use same catalyst used in many times for the reactions.
The same efficiency you will be getting while using
Efficiency
the
will be no efficiency of the catalyst will be maintained at that time and no loss of the catalyst. In this case,
what do
we
you mean by
use the
catalyst? What do you mean by catalyst?
Catalyst will increase the rate of reactions.
Okay. It's always increase the rate of reaction.
Probably in this case, we choose that increase the reactions, nitro-2-amines.
Okay. So catalyst, how it's, what is the definition of the catalyst?
Catalyst is substance which enhance the chemical reactions, increase.
Okay. Anything else?
No, no, sir.
Without taking part in the reaction. This is one more thing which is you need to be specified. Catalyst is a substance which could alter the rate of reaction either in positive or negative. Either it could enhance or decrease.
In this sense, we take positive direction, sir.
But it will not take part in the reaction. So how could it changes or alter the reactions? Catalyst कैसे करता है, चेंज कैसे करता है रिएक्शंस को?
रिएक्शंस को सर वो स्पेस प्रोवाइड करता है, उसकी एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी है उसको डिक्रीज करता है.
कैसे स्पेस, क्या स्पेस प्रोवाइड करता है?
इस सर इसमें जो कैटालिटिक रिएक्शंस के लिए जो है,
अगर आप कैटलिस्ट को नहीं डालोगे तो रिएक्शन नहीं होगी
सर. रिएक्शन होगी लेकिन वो लॉन्ग पीरियड में सर उसमें टाइम कम होगी.
हाँ, तो कैटलिस्ट को भाई एज यू अवेयर दैट द कैटलिस्ट इज नॉट
सर हम सर एक्सक्यूज सर दिल्ली हम जाए, कोई ट्रैफिक से जाएं और एक अपने वैसे एक तो प्लेन से जाएं और ट्रेन से जाएं तो इसमें तो डिफरेंस तो होता ही है.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, दैट्स द थिंग. तो प्लेन से जाएं या ट्रेन से जाएं तो कैटलिस्ट विल प्रोवाइड द सरफेस for the purpose of reaction, isn't it?
Purpose of the reaction which increase the rate of reaction and yield would be more as compared to other means.
तो वो क्या करता है, जब ज्यादा सरफेस रिएक्शन के लिए मिल रहा है तो सर रिएक्शन ज्यादा होगी, तो रिएक्शन ज्यादा होगी तो प्रोडक्ट ज्यादा फॉर्म होगा. बट देयर आर चांसेस दैट द active site of the catalyst are blocked. As you use that catalyst multiple times, those active sites or those active surfaces are blocked. Okay.
So
as you are using the term
this can
okay, chaliye leave it. You have used chromatography somewhere in your presentation. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Om Prakash ji, leave it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have used chromatography somewhere. Which chromatography techniques you have used? Okay. Thank you, Om Prakash ji.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Meenu, you can continue.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, Saurabh Pandey have also rejoined us. So, Saurabh, sir, if everything is okay with your network, please share your, continue with your presentation.
Ma'am, it looks out to be pretty comfortable because I've been hearing all the fellow colleagues. So most likely my screen will be visible.
Saurabh ji, your screen is visible properly. Please continue.
Sir, myself Saurabh Pandey. I'm working with Sun Pharmaceutical Industries, this R&D center in Gurgaon. I'm working as a research scholar under the supervision of Dr. Manmohan Singh Chauhan, Amity School of Applied Sciences, Chemistry Department. And today I'm going to present my work on based on the green principles of chemistry, the green approach. Hope I'm audible, sir.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah. Under the title of Chemistry of Materials and Technology, during our current seminar, I'm going to present a green protocol for the synthesis of dicyclohexyl urea. The reaction of cyclohexylamine with urea under solvent-free condition, one step and one pot synthesis via transamination for industrial production. We have carried out these experimentations in laboratory at smaller scales and up to 200 grams scale, and looks out to be industrially feasible. This dicyclohexyl urea is an organic compound from the class of substituted urea, and its derivatives of amino acids find their effective use in phase selective, thermoreversible, durable gels. In the recent years, researchers have discovered that certain epoxy ecosteronic acid region isomers exhibit anti-inflammatory effects, and it is helpful in decreasing the blood pressure also, and for the treatment of human hypertension. It's a strong SEH inhibitor that inhibits human vascular smooth muscle cells, which provides for blood pressure controls, lowering down the blood pressure. Strong in vitro efficacy, this dicyclohexyl urea's usefulness in the study of SEH is restricted due to its high in vivo clearance in rats, in-house findings, and low aqueous solubility, which makes oral administration of DCU difficult to sustain extended and consistent exposure. This compound has limited aqueous solubility that makes in vivo delivery difficult as a route of administration to patients. It has been used in the long back, way back in 1955. It has been employed during this couplings and amide synthesis, peptide synthesis to be more precise, and it's actually byproduct of DCC, dicyclohexyl carbonamide, which reacts with amines or alcohols, and as a byproduct we receive dicyclohexyl urea. This dicyclohexyl urea in the past has been commercially synthesized by reaction of cyclohexylamine with various techniques, employing sometimes carbon dioxide, sometimes SS dimethyl dithiocarbonate, sometimes sulfur-based byproducts are released, which cause eco concerns. During our work, which has been focused on the green chemical methods to produce compounds of industrial interest in acceptable quality parameters, we plan to use no solvent and achieved theoretical yields using one step and one pot synthesis, as coined by Paul Anastas, by laying down the 12 principles of green chemistry. The current methodology aims to enhance the green chemistry vision and apply the principles fully to provide the best process fit to industry uses. With no solvent or no water used, there are no concerns of effluent treatments and thereby no environmental pollution, and more than 98% molar yields account for the efficacy of the process, safety as the prime. The green chemistry principle is applied with the current process for sustainable development. Sir, hope I'm through.
Yes, you can continue, please.
This is the synthetic scheme. 2 moles of cyclohexylamine is react with a mole of urea at elevated temperatures, resulting in dicyclohexyl urea. The current methodology which we have employed, these are the experimental details, wherein we have put urea in the flask and added cyclohexylamine. Thereafter, we have raised the temperature under stirring and got more than 98% molar yields with reduced timing. The characterization data supported by the instruments available with us for spectroscopy have concluded and confirmed the formation of dicyclohexyl urea in in proper yield as well as quality. These are a couple of references cited for the uses of dicyclohexyl urea and substituted urea. Coming to the acknowledgement section, I am thankful to Amity School of Applied Sciences, Amity University, Jaipur, Dr. Jagdish Prasad sir, Dr. Vinay Sharma sir, Dr. Narendra Lamaji, and Dr. M.S. Chauhan, and finally, Ma'am Renu ma'am, Miss Renu Verma, and Arun Tripathi, my other fellow peers working under the supervision of Dr. Manmohan sir. I'm open for any of the questions.
Thank you so much, sir. I would like to invite Dr. Rajiv, sir. Sir, if you have any question or comment to.
Thank you, Saurav.
Yes, sir.
I don't have any question.
Thanks. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so that is it for today's session. And now it will be the lunch break. So thank you so much, everyone, for your valuable time that you have given to our conference. And thank you so much. So I end this session with this. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Rajiv, sir, for your time to give us to chair this session. Thank you so much.